Good evening to you, and thanks for being here with us. Tonight, a 3-day-old baby is in critical condition after a family dog dragged it into some nearby woods.
That dog has been identified as an American Indian mix, and tonight it's at the Jessamine County Animal Shelter where it's being held during this investigation. The dog apparently snatched the newborn out of its crib, and the baby's father saw the pet carrying something toward the woods. This home is in Jessamine County off Beaumont Road, which is not far from Nicholasville. Tamara Evans has just talked to the father of the baby late tonight. She has some new information in tonight's top story. Tamara?
That's right, Sam. I just spoke with the father of Alexander James Smith, who tells me that AJ is still in critical condition here at UK Hospital, but he says they did learn earlier tonight that a nurse told them they do believe AJ is going to make it, so that is the positive news that they've been waiting to hear all day long. Of course, this has been a very shocking story, but not the first time that we've heard of an animal injuring a newborn. Just several days old, Alexander James Smith is now back in the hospital after being taken out of his home by this dog, a Native American Indian dog, which was the family pet.
The child had been found in the woods approximately 150 yards away from the home in a wooded area.
Authorities say until the child's father, Michael Smith, noticed the beloved pet with his baby son, the family had no clue anything was wrong.
Dogs are definitely unpredictable.
Dr. Michelle Jude, a veterinarian, new mother, and pet owner herself, says with any pet and child, you should take the steps to make sure the animal is comfortable around them.
There is that jealousy issue, so you got to be careful and definitely don't trust them. I mean, because they can, surprise us all.
And although this latest case involving a family pet is surprising, it isn't uncommon. In January of 2008 in Lexington, 6-week-old Justin Moser died after his family's Jack Russell Terrier attacked him, which is why Dr. Jude says making sure your pets are adjusted to your newborn is essential.
You still love your pets the same, and they're very special, but your infant's life is dependent on you, so you have to be careful on that.
You never know if they can turn on you or not.
Words now hitting home for neighbors of this Jessamine County newborn who say they are just praying for his recovery.
Unfortunately, it's a bad situation, and we just hope for the best for the baby.
My heart goes out to him. I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. I hope everything turns out okay.
Now, once again, we did speak with the father of Alexander James Smith by phone tonight. Here is what he says happened today. They said that they had just laid AJ down to sleep. They waited a couple of minutes. When it got quiet, realized that he was being quiet, went up to his room. He wasn't there. That's when they went outside, searched for about 10 minutes in that wooded area, and found AJ with Dakota. That is their dog. They say they've had Dakota for 4 years now. It is a part of their family. They had gotten Dakota around AJ to get them comfortable with each other, but they do believe at this point they will have to put Dakota down. Once again, he says, as for AJ, he is doing much better tonight, but still in critical condition here at UK Hospital. His father says as of late tonight, he was allowed visitors, so some positive news today for that story. Of course, we will continue to keep you updated in the coming days on the condition of Alexander James Smith. For now, reporting live in Lexington, Tamara Evans, WKYT 27 News First.
Tamara, thank you. A lot of new information there tonight. Also, the family dog, again, being kept under quarantine at the Jessamine County Animal Shelter, and the Sheriff's Department says that they are still investigating.
He has only been alive for 4 days, but a Central Kentucky newborn is fighting to survive today for a very unusual reason. Alexander James Smith was dragged out of his crib by the family dog yesterday and suffered critical injuries. WKYT's Dave Spencer joins us live from Kentucky Children's Hospital with the latest on the condition of the Jessamine County baby. Dave?
Alexander James Smith is still in critical condition, recovering here at UK Hospital. The family says the newborn was dragged from its crib by the family dog, suffering major injuries as a result. According to Smith's father, their son had just been fed and had been laid down for a nap when the family noticed how quiet it was in his room. When they went to check on the newborn they've nicknamed AJ, they found an empty crib. 10 minutes of frantic searching, and AJ's parents found Dakota, their Native American Indian dog, along with the infant. They said they immediately noticed AJ was in bad shape. The dog, Dakota, had been with the family for 4 years and was well behaved around the family's 2 other sons. The child's father says at this point the dog will likely have to be put down. As for AJ, the family is optimistic for a recovery, saying late last night they were actually able to visit with him. At UK Hospital, Dave Spencer, WKYT 27 News First.
Dave, thank you. That dog is currently under quarantine at the Jessamine County Animal Shelter. Meanwhile, the Jessamine County Sheriff's Department is investigating the whole incident.
Good evening. It's an image he says will haunt him for the rest of his life. And tonight, a Central Kentucky father is talking to reporters a day after the family dog critically injured his newborn son by dragging him from the crib.
The child was found yesterday about 200 feet from the family's Jessamine County home. The father spoke out from UK Hospital, where the child is now recovering. And that's where we find our Dave Spencer. He's live with our top story at 6. Dave?
Amber, Michael Smith says he's an optimist, and that's why he's confident he'll be able to take his son soon home from the hospital. Believe it or not, he's also optimistic for the dog that placed his son in critical condition.
Yeah, it'll haunt me, because that was my job.
Michael Smith says he was just 30 seconds away from going to the store to buy a baby monitor and gates for his 3 dogs, precautions he says might have saved his child. Then his wife screamed. Dakota, the family dog, had taken baby AJ, just a few days old, from his crib while he slept.
She was carrying AJ like she would carry a stuffed animal, very gentle, carrying around kind of like a loaf of bread.
The two disappeared into acres of land behind their home.
Playing a game is what she's doing.
A game for the dog, but a nightmare for the family. 10 minutes would pass, then Smith saw the dog and the child.
AJ's eyes was open, his mouth was bleeding, so you could tell he had some internal injuries.
AJ had a broken skull, ribs, and a collapsed lung. He was taken to the hospital. The dog, Dakota, taken to the shelter.
Dakota's not coming back in my household.
The dog might not be coming home, but Smith doesn't blame Dakota for what happened.
An animal instinct, either protecting its young or thinking it had a toy or thinking it had something of ours.
In fact, he's counting on the public now.
That I would love if I could find a home for her that way. But if that doesn't happen, then she's got to be put down, because she's not coming back in my house.
But Smith knows now how fast things can change from a perfect family to a nightmare of a waiting game. And that's exactly where the Smith family is now. AJ is still in critical condition, but they've been told there's reason to hope for a full recovery. Live at UK Hospital, Spencer, WKYT 27 News First.
That is some good news, Dave. Thank you. By the way, the family's also debating what to do with Dakota's sister, saying the 2 dogs have been together since birth.